Greetings, wonderful well beings. I'm Key. Welcome back to the channel, guys. And it's like 2 in the afternoon, and I'm in bed on my day off. And I started watching the movie Sisters. If you've never seen the movie, I don't know the girls' names, the ladies, the actresses, but it's about like two old, like mid-aged women that have like this crazy party. I don't really remember. I saw the movie before, but I don't really remember how it goes. But I just know they're like middle-aged women, and they're having a party, crazy party, right? It just reminds me like that we're all big kids. This is something I always think about, that we're all big kids. Like, even like if we're adults, we're still like really kids on the inside. And like, that's that saying in the Bible. I hate to quote the Bible, but look, he who becomes like a little child, if you can only enter the kingdom of heaven if you become like a child again. And basically how I take that is like, a lot of people can have their own perspective of what that means. But just like how children, when you just see children, they're so adventurous, they're so curious, they're so risky. They don't really know life. They don't really know danger even. Like, they are children. They're just exploring it, and they're learning as they grow, right? And they're learning they're just exploring. To me, like when somebody calls somebody like a bad kid, like a baby, like a baby can't really be bad. They're just that's what babies do. They're exploring, they're learning, and you can call it like, oh, that you being bad, but it's like really not them being bad. It's just really them being a human, you know? So I was just thinking about that, and I was thinking like, a lot of people that grow older, that I know we just all get older, and we just feel like life is just not how it used to be. Like, it just seems so boring, right? It just gets to a place where it's just like boring. And it's interesting. I know everybody has like different stories, like, especially being like 30 something. You look back to your old days when things were like so much fun. Like, I guess it'd be different because I guess it like depends on the amount of fun you had when you were younger. Like, say you used to party hard and to go out every weekend and have a lot of friends when you were younger, and then you get older and you don't have as many friends, and you're not partying anymore. So it could be like, dang, I miss the good old days when, I used to party. Or even with just being a kid, not having to pay rent, just being free, but everybody has, different childhoods and stuff. For me, like, I didn't used to party like that, so I can't really say like, yeah, I miss those good old days when I used to party and stuff. Like, I partied a little bit, but basically what I'm saying is, I feel like every like issue we have is because really what we want is like that childlike essence again. We want to get back to like that play, that adventure, that fun. Like, we want to feel that again. We want to be able to, hang out and play with someone. I know that sounds weird as an adult, but that's what we really want to do. We want to play with someone, right? Like, even like if we don't have anybody that is fun to play with, we don't want to play with them usually, right? And it makes life not fun or boring when you don't have fun, when you don't have anybody to have fun with, when you're not having fun. Like, and then there's those people that still has a lot of fun in their late ages, like the movie. And and then people call them like irresponsible, or like you're too old to be doing that, you're too old like to be still partying, or you're too old to still be doing the certain things that society deems like adults are not supposed to be doing anymore. But we're all just big kids at the end of the day. And like I said, I feel like things like midlife crisis happen because like it's really like I think midlife crisis is when like somebody just gets so bored and they're like, what the fuck, and like life is just not fun anymore, and they just feel like it's a crisis because life just doesn't seem fun anymore. And really, my opinion, I do think that is what life is about. It's sticky. It's a sticky situation because just like a child, you put your hand in the fire, like, you know, like babies that touch fire, like their first birthday, they've never seen fire before, and they try to grab it, and they realize, ouch, that hurts, that's hot. Okay. And it's like a child learning what is safe and what is not safe, right? Like, okay, certain things aren't safe, and that's what growing up and learning is about. Like you realize, like, you know, you have common sense about basic things, basic dangers in life, and how to keep yourself safe. But I really think we get to the point, we get older, and we just really start to see a lot of things as unsafe. Even if we want to do it, it just really seems unsafe. And especially if you've been through like a traumatic past, and you just learn like to stay away from certain things, then you just don't even want to do certain things no more. I feel like that about a lot of things. I just feel like I do still have this boundaries of like keeping myself away from dangers, especially just the things that I've grew up learning and seeing. And especially with social media, you see so many things, and it just makes you really even more scared to be that child that you are really inside, that we all still have inside, like that, to have that childlike nature of taking risks and going on adventures. And like I said, I went, you know, people might see, you know, it was very childlike and adventurous of being me. People might call it stupid and very irresponsible that I just took one-way flight to Hawaii from Georgia with no plan and stayed there. Like, you know, as an adult looking at that situation, like, what are you doing? Like, what is going on? Like, you know, it's like, it's not smart. A lot of choices might seem like not smart, you know, but I still like I said before, I do feel like it's just all what's it's up to the individual, because like I said, we've all lived different lives, and we have certain fears. Like I might have a fear that someone else doesn't have, like me going, like somebody else might not be able to take that flight and go to like the other side of the country, no, in a place where they don't know anybody, just one-way flight and stay there. Like, even that sounds scary to me, like, but I just did it. It was impulsive. And kids are impulsive. Kids just be doing stuff. If you watch a baby, a toddler, they just be doing stuff. They just be creating. They don't be thinking about nothing but the present and just creating what's there and playing with what's there. Their emotions come. They don't overthink. They're just kids, you know? And I think, you know, when we become adults, of course, we start overthinking. And then, of course, there's the whole responsibility thing, you know? Like you certain choices are irresponsible, and we have to pay rent, and we have to think about stuff that we didn't have to think about when we was kids. And that's what I think does put like a certain amount of like control over our choices as adults. But no matter what, we're still that same kid on the inside. We're still that same child. We still have that where we want to still have fun, where we want to still like just be in the present and just enjoy life, just and not like overthink life too much. Just live it. And I think it, for me, I don't know, I be feeling like a grandma sometimes, because for me, I just feel like even when I was in Hawaii, and I felt like I stayed there for 5 months, and I met so many people, and I was going to open mics like almost every night, drinking a lot. And it really felt like, and if y'all watch my last video about jobs or cults, how I worked at that one job, and if y'all want to know the drug, I'm going to say it here, because I was like, I could have said the drug, because it's like not really that big of a deal, but I didn't say it in that video. But Molly, okay? I did Molly that night when I worked, and it was only one night where I worked at that restaurant, and I was saying that my environment really affected the choices I make and influenced me. And like I said, I've always been very protective, and like I feel like you can have fun without drugs. You can have fun without drugs. You can have fun sober. But I think a lot of people go to drugs and alcohol because it makes life more fun. It brings out that child in them to be more like, to lose their inhibitions and really just be that like childlike nature. And that's why a lot of people do drugs, because it's like they can't be that child without the drugs and the alcohol. But anyway, like I was saying, I did feel influenced by my environment when I was working at that restaurant, going out drinking every night. And I went to a party that one of my coworkers was throwing, and I did Molly one night. And I was saying in that video how I really regretted it, and I quit my job, and I just didn't want to be around those people anymore in that environment. It was fun, I ain't gonna lie. Not the Molly part, just the experiences of hanging out with people, having fun with, I like to call them playmates, other people, friends who you actually can have fun with. But you know, yeah, you become an adult, and you do realize there is limits and boundaries, especially to keep yourself safe, you know. But like I was saying, I keep saying that a lot, but back in Hawaii, what happened, this was 2022 when I went to Hawaii. It was the same. Not the same, because I didn't do any drugs, but I did, I was drinking a lot every night. I was working, but I was just drinking and meeting the people from the town, Hilo, Hawaii. I was meeting all the people out there in the town, and we was drinking every night, going to open mics. It was fun. They would have like little musical events at the different open mic, the bars and stuff. Probably drank beer more than I ever have. I partied more than I ever have in my life. In Hawaii. And I felt like it was a college, time that I never had. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. I never went to college, so it just felt like a college time. I felt young. I felt like, woo, rock out, yeah. Like, it was a time, you know? And it was like a party time. It was just like, a little wild time. It wasn't even too wild, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too wild. It was just wilder than I guess I'm used to being, you know? And just letting that child free, and just, you know, drinking and performing and partying, you know? And I said the reason that I left Hawaii, because I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to. It just got old. I'm like, okay, am I just going to keep partying every night? I mean, some people can do it like for a long time, but I'm like, I was already here for 5 months, and I'm like, I don't know. I ain't going to say it was like, it just got like old. I don't even know, like, and it just felt unsafe too. It just felt like my mind, you know, my adult mind is like, this is not responsible. This is not this is not smart to try to continue this, or this doesn't feel stable. This doesn't feel safe, you know. And yeah, so I left. And I went to Mexico for a month and just chilled, not work, living in different Airbnbs. But I wasn't partying in Mexico. I only partied one night in Mexico. And I didn't. So yeah, I only partied one night in Mexico because I felt partied out from being in Hawaii. So I partied one night in Mexico, in Cancun. It was a great night. But it was like, people do that every night. People can party all the time every night. And I see why. Like I said, it really brings out, it really lets you release that inner child of like, just releasing the inhibitions, being around people, partying. Like you feel like a kid. Like you feel like a kid at a playground. That's how it feels. And then I know a lot of people grow up and, like I was saying about the midlife crisis thing, it feels like life becomes boring because you're not like partying anymore, you're not doing like fun things anymore. So it's like life just feels so dull and just so monotonous. I don't know, I just felt like using that word, but it just feels like over and over, same thing over and over every day. It's like because you're not having any fun. So I was just thinking about me, like I'm like I said, it's two o'clock, middle of the day. I'm in bed chilling, and to be honest, I don't know. Like I'm saying, I feel like a grandma, but I'm okay with it. Like I think it's okay to have seasons like of just chilling. And then another thing, the money part. Okay, and I know like a lot of us as adults, we feel like we can't really have that fun and that freedom if we don't have enough money to go on and do what we want. But it's like when we was kids, we could do that. Okay, yeah. But the real big difference is we got to pay rent now. We got bills, and we really can't be spending all our money. But rewind. When we were younger, we didn't really have no money. Some of us didn't have jobs when we was teens, or some of us did, but some of us had a lot of fun being a kid with no money. And I guess it depends on your parents, your parents. No, they just said that in the movie. I was like, that makes sense. Your parents, they were paying the rent. They were funding fun stuff for you to do, right? But even without that, I really think just as in a mind of the mind of a human, the creativity of a child, even when you become an adult, you still have that same like mind of creativity and stuff. We just get into overthinking it, and it takes us out the present moment. But we in that mind, it's always creative. Like even a little baby, toddler, whatever, is gonna find something fun to do. They don't even need no money. That's why it really irks the fuck out of me. I ain't even gonna lie. And it might sound bitter or salty, but how people just be spending their money on the dumbest shit. But I guess like I said, we are still kids, so inherently that's what we want. We spend our money on fun because we think we need to spend money to have fun. Well, we really don't when you really think about it. But I know it feels like we do. Like, I gotta spend money to have fun. You don't. But, we think, well, if I had more money, I could have a lot more fun. And I feel you on that. I totally get the mindset. But when you really think about it, you can have fun and you can have that childlike nature and freedom without, come on, bruh, without having a lot of money. And like I was saying, what really irks my nerve is like how people be buying their kids all these fucking toys and shit, and they don't really need all that shit. They don't really need all that shit. This is just like, you can really, it's a really like an analogy, like an adult. The kid, the toddler, they be parents or whoever be buying them all these toys, and that damn kid do not even be studying that toy after like a certain amount of time. They forget about these toys, and people just keep buying more toys, and the kid just, it's literally be a waste of money. The kid might play with it for a little bit, might not play with it at all, but look, the nigga find a little water bottle on the table or a remote and start playing with that like it's a toy. And these are things nobody had to go out and buy like toys. They just be finding random things to play with, random. It's just the creativity. They're curious. They're gonna find different things to play with. So I think that's where we are now as adults. A lot of us we don't realize there's so much in this world to play with. There's so much to explore. There's so much to do, but you could choose to do nothing, like, still, because the mind is already just the mind is a fucking playhouse. You don't really even need objects anymore. Like, and then we got the phone now. The phone with all this social media and entertainment. These are like, these people out here smart. We smart as a people, because what we want is fun. What human being wants is fun and adventure and curiosity, and the phone does that. The social media and internet, it keeps us curious. It keeps us stimulated, keeps our mind stimulated, our creativity stimulated. It keeps us stimulated. And I think that's what we are, man. We're just here to have fun, and a lot of shit just becomes like a danger, like I said, because what we've seen and what we've been through, and some things are just not smart to play in anymore. When you get a certain age, you like, that thing is just not smart. It's just not smart to play in. And if you do want to play in that thing, just be smart about it, just be smart about it to the point where it won't destroy your life, like me going to Hawaii and party and shit. Anything could happen at any time, so you just never know anyway. But still, just going to play in that thing, but not like letting that thing swallow you whole, and just being smart about it. Just knowing your environment, knowing who you're with, your people, and just say fun, because it's like, you still, when you become an adult, you gotta parent yourself now. And even, I still be doing some dumb shit, like I ate a cinnamon roll for my first meal of the day today. And about that, if anybody's still watching my fruit fast, it was a fail, okay? And that's one thing about, I feel like I could be down on myself about, because I do feel like I was saying, a parent to myself. And when we become adults, we become parents to ourselves. And a lot of us parent ourselves the same way the people who parented us, we become just like them. And some of us grow and we learn better ways or different ways to parent ourselves. But that's what it is. We're parenting ourselves. And it's like, would I give my child some sugar first thing in the morning? It wasn't in the morning. It was like, my first meal today was like 1 p.m. But I ate a cinnamon roll. But it's like, would you give that to your kid, or would you be like, no, you can't eat that? Eat something different for breakfast. No sugar. So it's like those type of things. You kind of gotta like know that you're parenting yourself. Like, would you do that? So of course, we're not perfect. I'm not a perfect parent to myself all the time, but I just try to make smart decisions. But people can say that I'm very irresponsible. People can say that I live like a kid. When I can't really agree with that. I can't see how people can say that, but I've been taking care of myself since I was. And of course, people have helped along the way when I needed help, and I've stayed with people a few times. But overall, I've still been taking care of myself, and by the choices I make. Like I said, nobody's perfect. We all do things that maybe, we shouldn't have done, but whatever, because it's like at the end of the day, we still are those kids in the inside, and we're still curious, and we still want to play, and we still want to have fun, and we still want to have pleasure and enjoy life, no matter what. I just think. And then when you're not enjoying life anymore, why the fuck I be stuttering so much nowadays? I don't know. Have I always stuttered like that? I be stuttering the fuck out some shit, boy. Anyway, yeah. So, movie's off now. I saw the movie before, but it was a good movie. It's called Sisters. Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. They're the two ladies. Two stars and shit. So yeah. And I feel like that's just it in a nutshell. People be like, why is work still feel like a high school environment? Because everybody's still a fucking kid. Everybody's still a kid. I don't give a fuck how old you think you are, how mature you think you are. You're just playing adult. You're just playing, I'm professional. Or you're just, whatever. It's like being a kid and playing princess. You're pretending to be a little princess. You're and then you get older and we play all these different roles. It's still just a play. It's still just a role. And just the way our society is set up, some of these shits people take serious. But it's still just a real character that you're playing at the end of the day. So it's like everybody's just playing. Everybody's playing. Some people take this shit very serious. Even me, I take some of this shit serious sometimes. But I don't think that's what it was created for. But of course, a lot of fucked up shit has happened in this world where it's like, how can I play about something that's so serious? But I do, I do think some things like matter, and like standing for certain things is important. But like, I'm not God or anything, but seeing how this shit is set up, it really just seemed like something to do, just like a play, like we just came here to like experience life. And yeah, we can make our different choices, we can play our different characters and different roles, but at the end of the day, it's all really just about experiencing life, adventure and exploring, and, having fun if you want to. Some people don't want that. Some people can find fun in just being by themselves and fucking drawing, or, it's so many things out here that you can do. Like, you don't have to be living like anyone else. Like, it's all really subjective, especially when you, as an individual, the type of past that you had and the life you had makes you make certain choices. But at the end of the day, we all still want to have fun. We all still want to play and have fun people to play with, like playmates, like I said. And, we can even find fun in the boring moments, the quote unquote boring moments. That's why I'll be like, I'm cool with being boring sometimes, because I know if I want to have fun, it's really not hard. It's really not hard to have fun. That's why it's not really like a high bar set. Like, I've had a lot of fun in my life. I've done a lot of things. I would still like to do more things and keep experiencing and exploring life. So But at the end of the day, I feel like that's what we're here to do. Just be mindful about them choices and shit. And have some fun. And whatever that means to you. And I think that's why a lot of people like don't like to be around certain people or in relationships, romantic, family. It's almost like when you, well, parents in general. And I think it's a good thing. It could be a good thing and a bad thing. It's just up to you how well you are at parenting yourself. So it's like when you was a kid, your parent naturally put limits on you of how much fun you could have and what you couldn't do, you know. Of course, when you're a kid, you kind of can do whatever the fuck you want. But as you get older, like when you have romantic relationships or friendships, family, people are judging you based off your choices, because it's like everybody really just trying to keep you safe, you know. And some people just fucking jealous. Some people just be jealous because they don't know how to have that much fucking fun, and they be mad because you having fun and in your type of way that you want to have fun, and they so fucking miserable, ain't having no fun, or either they choice is just trash and then yours is like just different. I don't know, it's weird, but that's what I think it is. That I think that's what it is at the end of the day. Like yeah. So, and I feel like certain decisions could really affect the fun that you can further have in a way, because if you know how to have fun, you can find fun anywhere, for real. Like, and you don't need, like I said at the beginning, you don't need that much to have fun if you really know how to have fun already. Like, you know, you don't really need that much. You don't really need that many friends. You don't really need a bunch of stuff, a bunch of money. You can have fun without it, and you can explore without it. But like I said, you do get to a point where you're like, well, if I had a little more money, I can experience more things. You could just experience more things. But yeah, y'all know what I'm saying. But that is all, folks. Enjoy yourselves. This shit short. And I guess when you get an adult too, you realize, damn, like I've done a lot of things. You haven't done everything. Like I said, there's still like so much you can do. Like there's so many things, but it's almost like I said, a lot of people, different people have different things. Like some person might just not, excuse me. One person might find it fun to just be at home chilling, don't have to do too much, and another person might find that it's boring as hell, gotta get out of here, gotta go out there and do shit and find some friends and talk to a bunch of people. To each his own, you know. Everybody has their own definition of fun, you know. So find the people that like to have fun like you like to have fun, and or just have fun with your damn self, you know. Like it's a lot of shit to do out here, but of course we like to have playmates. We like to have playmates and have fun with them, you know. And when a motherfucker just ain't, I don't think I got to my point about when romantic relationships and friendships and family, yeah, it's like they try to control your choices. They put limits on you. Okay, let's say this. We got two people. One person like to go out and be out and have fun and party and drink and meet a bunch of people. And then we got another person that is fine with being a homebody, staying at home, watching movies, going to the gym, coming home, cooking a nice meal. Like, that could be their version of fun, with their family. So let's say these two people get in a relationship. It could work if they're understanding, but if they're controlling, as far as like, well, I don't want you to go out and be yourself and have fun the way you like to have fun. And the other person might be like, well, you're boring because you just like to stay in the house, and that ain't fun for me. So it's like, it could be like, it could get to a point where a person is trying to control what the other person is doing. It could get to that point. Because a lot of, even like, I've had situations where some things feel unsafe to me, like I said. And if I'm dating somebody who's doing things that I don't want to do, that's unsafe for me, then I'm gonna try to control. I might try to control it in a way, but I'm gonna still be. I've grown up. I'm aware to know. First of all, you can't control anybody. Some people can. Some people will let you control them in a certain way, but I don't want to control nobody. I want people to do what they want to do. Like, have fun, do you. But if it don't feel right to me and safe for me, like, I like to have fun too, but I don't like to have fun that way. So if I feel like it will affect my life, then it's like I'd rather just not be around that person, or But either way, I don't want to have control over nobody's. Subconsciously, I do. Because it's like, I want a friend, and I want my friend to, I want to feel safe with my friend, and, but I don't want. So it's like really a protective thing, and protecting myself, and it could come off as, it could be controlling. But like I said, consciously, I'm aware that you can't control nobody. And I don't want to control anybody's experience. If they like to do certain things and go out there and do certain things, and that's what they like to do. But I gotta protect myself at the end of the day, no matter what you like doing. So it just is what it is. And like, everybody's gonna do what they like to do. That's why it's important to get to know a person and know what they like to do, and not try to control them or change the way they do things. Just peep game. Okay, that's what they like to do. Well, I don't like to do that, so it probably ain't gonna work out. Or if you're the type of person like, okay, I'll stay home, you can go out there and do. A lot of people, there's not many people that, maybe they are, but I don't think there's many people that would be okay with staying home while that person is out all the time and doing whatever they do. Because it could get, if you're insecure, you can get to a point where, like, damn, what the fuck they out there doing? You never know what they out there doing. They out there meeting a bunch of people, partying, whatever the fuck they like to do. They out there, and then you just home. You can start thinking about, well, what the fuck they doing? But it's like, well, if you don't want to do that, you like to be at home. If you like to be at home chilling, that's your idea of fun, and they having their idea of fun. Look, just don't impede on me. Don't. And that person might be thinking, oh, well, she's boring, lazy, don't like to go nowhere, she's not fun. This is funny because this is what people think, but I'm at the point, I am, like I said, I am kind of that grandma a little bit, and I'm okay with that. But I do know how to have fun, so nobody can tell me that I'm not fun or I don't know how to have fun. I just don't care for certain shit, and I don't care to be out there partying and meeting a bunch of people. I'm cool. I'm cool with just having a few people to hang out with sometimes, to talk to sometimes, to be by myself. I was at the gym yesterday, and I just be dancing in the Zumba room by myself, like having the fucking time of my life by myself. People might walk in there when I'm at the gym and see me dancing and shit. I don't give a fuck, especially if I'm already got that adrenaline, that my heart pumping. I just be dancing for hours, hour or more, in there by myself having a ball. Don't need the club. So it's just up to you what you like and what you want. And I do think it's fun to learn different stuff and explore different things, and get to a point where you just wanna just gotta keep life fun, even if it's just a small circle or just what you like. Just keep life fun, but just be smart about it. So yeah, I've rambled almost 45 minutes. So that is all. Comment below if you have any comments about this. If you've watched it this long, holla at me. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. You already know we winning wellness. Put your crowns on and keep your crowns on, because we winning. Y'all go out there and have some fun and take care of yourself. Peace.